I did say it was going to happen. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pound for Pound House. Man, do we have something to talk about? We got to talk about this guy right here. The heavyweight king, Tom Aspinall. Man, this guy knocked out Sergey Pavlovich. I actually thought he was going to submit him this whole time, but shit, was I wrong? I thought he was going to submit him, and I even said this in my last video. I think his path to victory was actually submitting him, but that didn't work out. I mean, that didn't happen, and he ended up knocking him out. Even better, right? Honestly, I had this feeling he was going to win. And I was saying this all along. He just, something about Tom Aspinall, and I keep saying that he's like the second coming of John Jones, but at heavyweight. He's got all the tools. He can strike, he can grapple, he can do whatever, you name it. And the guy's huge. It's freaking massive. And the fact that he can do all those things and he's fast. He's like super fast. It's crazy. Now, my theory is that if he fights John Jones, he's definitely gonna win. I think he takes John Jones. And I only say that because John Jones has been off for so many years, and also the fact that he is gotten so much older now. So, those reflexes, everything, those things might not be there like they were before. And the fact that he's also put on so much weight, so we haven't really got to see it yet, but he probably isn't as fast as he was, when he was at light heavyweight. So I don't know. I feel like if he fights John Jones at heavyweight, for John Jones, that might be a really bad fight because he might actually beat him. And I think he will beat him, and I hold true to that. But we might never see that. So it is what it is. And honestly, that John Jones fight with Stipe is, it's great and all, but nobody's going to beat Tom Aspinall, I feel. After those two guys, that's it. There's nobody else. And they're probably going to retire after that fight regardless. When you look at the heavyweight division, the only person that's kind of on the rise is Almeida. But then, as I kind of mentioned before, he's just I think he's just being very one-dimensional right now. Even though he's a boxer, but he was wrestling that whole fight with Derek Lewis. And pretty much beat everybody so far with wrestling. So, who else is there that can really do something? Ciryl Gane is going to be a great fight with Aspinall. We're going to probably enjoy that. But once it gets to the ground, it's probably going to be over. And I think if at some point he gets a chance to fight John Jones, I think that might even be a bigger matchup than Stipe and John. I know everybody's like Stipe, John, Stipe, John, Stipe, John. I get that. But at the same time, I don't know. Stipe hasn't been around for so many years. Yeah, but he's a heavyweight GOAT. I got all the respect for him. He's an amazing guy. He's done so much in the sport, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be so much more of a fun fight if we saw Aspinall versus John Jones. And like I said, I think Aspinall takes it. And by the way, before anybody judges me on this or says anything, I think John Jones is the GOAT. All right? So I'm just saying this now. John Jones is definitely the GOAT. 100%. He's done it all. His one loss that supposedly is a loss, but it's not a loss. That doesn't even count, honestly, to me, because that was a BS DQ. So he to me is still undefeated. We can argue the fact that he probably lost to Dominic Reyes, whatever. But aside from all of that, he's still the GOAT. He's he's the man. But I still think Tom Aspinall wins. And that's just, my opinion on that. And quickly, I just want to talk about Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira. So, first off, did you guys see that stare down? That was absolutely nuts. It was insane. These guys, like, they had the craziest dead stare. I mean, shit. Yeah, that was scary. Those guys look absolutely scary. And to make it all crazier, those guys are absolutely massive on top of it all. So they're huge guys. That fight had some controversy at the end, right? Everybody was saying that, Mark Goddard, who stopped it early, and he should have, let it keep, let it kept on letting going, keep on going, but he stopped it. And I feel like he probably should have let it go a couple more seconds. Yeah, Yuri did say after the post fight, he was saying that, that was a good call. I also think that might have been a language barrier thing. He probably couldn't explain it right, because he did put out a video, I believe yesterday, or was it today? Yeah, I think he put it out today. And him saying that, if it was 2 or 3 more seconds, but he was okay with the call. And I think, it was a good call still. I mean, it was the right call, because he did look out. But considering it was a high stakes matchup, I would say maybe a couple more seconds would have been great. Just to see what would have, how it would have went down. Maybe he would have held on, Remember, I don't know if you guys recall, but he did at one point mention how he was out when Dominic Reyes upkicked him, and he was still able to hold on, right? So I don't think he was completely out. Because the way he responded after the fight, I think he was able to, I think he was just, trying to get himself together, trying to recover. I think he was still like somewhat in it. But yeah, I mean, listen, Alex Pereira, all respect to him. He's a new champ now. Can't take nothing away from him. Two division champ, which is amazing. And he called, I don't know why he said about Izzy that come to daddy, but I think he was just joking about that. I think he mentioned that afterwards. He was just joking. I think that's like kind of their going back and forth type of thing. They're always going to have that. But he paid a lot of respect, paid some homage to Izzy, which is awesome. But yeah, the next fight is obviously going to have to be him and Jamal Hill. And I don't know, that's going to be a tough one to say, a tough one to pick. But for now, I mean, with that performance, he's gotten so much better with his grappling. He's gotten so much better with, being so much better using all his tools. And I think that's all credit to Glover Teixeira. It's going to be interesting to see what happens between him and Jamal Hill. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. It was a good fight, though, guys. I think this was a really good card. Unfortunately, not all my picks hit. I missed out on 2. But hey, still a good card. Excited to see the next one. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video. Also, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can see all the new videos I upload.